right, good morning, everyone. I think you all still have energy, right? Of course, like even from last night, right? So last night a lot of good paella and also, drinks. Okay, so good morning, everyone. I'm grateful to be here today. I myself, Wanaruk, and my colleague from Elsevier, Andy, will be presenting this topic. I would like to say that we are the very, very new member of the peer communities, and thanks for that. We have been implementing it. We finished implementations in June. We started in January. We finished in June, and then we rolled out, in the past 3 months, and it has been, working well so far for us. So I'm just, sharing, our little experience. So any opinions, comments, please, welcome. Throw questions, and then you can give me suggestions anytime that if we meet. Okay, so firstly, I'd like to introduce myself. I'm Wanaruk. I have many logo of university here because I know that, there are many people from Edinburgh, from the US, right? So at least, I can make some companies. Okay, so I did my bachelor in physics in Mahidol University. You can see the, blue logo on the right-hand side. I did my PhD in Edinburgh. I did my postdoc in biosensing in Rochester, New York, and then back to Thailand. So back to Thailand, I have the background. I oversee the IP and innovation and startups in Mahidol. I also doing the internal quality assurance in Mahidol as well. And then I'm moving to the roles of looking at research strategy. And now, since our strategy is to laying the foundations of research management system. So I'm now working it full-time for RIMS and Chris and data analytics. And today, I also have Andy, our peer. Yay, right, who is helping me presenting this as well. So he is our implementation managers, and we have got very good experience with the team so far. Thanks for that. Okay, firstly, I would like to start with this one. Okay, introducing you to Mahidol University. So we are in Thailand. Anybody knows Thailand at all? Oh, perfect. Okay, hot, humid, and traffic. Traffic jam country. So we are over here, just above, Singapore over here, and China over there. And we are the university that started with a medical school. So we have the first hospital in Thailand. Our king, the 5 kings ago, found the Sirirat Hospital, which is our hospital, like the first one, 136 years ago. And then now we expand beyond the health science. We have, many, about 30 of faculty. So in terms of campuses, we have about 6 campuses around the country. So you can see this is Thailand, right? This is the middle of Bangkok, middle of the country. By flying to the top and to the middle, it takes about an hour. So from the top to the bottom, it should take about 2 hours, right? In terms of performance perspective, in terms of world ranking, at the region of Thailand, we are about, at the number 1, 1 or 2, between Mahidol and another university, 1 and 2. And from the subject ranking, we are very good at clinical and health and also the life science. So, okay, it moved a bit. Okay, so on the right-hand side, on your left over there, you can see that we have about 9 university hospital. Human hospital, right? Another 2 dental, and another 2 animal hospital. So we have a lot of hospital in Thailand. There's a lot of clinical trials going on. We work with the, pharmaceutical company as well. So we also have 17 faculties, 5 colleges, and 9 institutes. Like totally about 36 teaching institutions over there. We, on the right-hand side, that you can see, on the left-hand side from you over here, we work with internationally about almost 50%, right, which is 46, above the Thai standard. And we are now trying to increase the academic corporate collaborations. We are above the average of Thailand, but we still have room to improve. Okay, by looking at on the rightmost over here, sorry for this, for the academic, We have full professor for about 4,000, and we have supporting staff 34,000. So for this number, mostly they are from hospitals because we have a lot of supporting staff over there. And over here, what you can see is in medicine. So this is from Cyber, and what we are doing very good is in terms of medicine stuff. Right, so now I have the poll, right? Since I am new user, what would you give me, right, recommendation? What should I focus on during the first few months of using Peer? Number one, if you can go to the app and you click, okay, thanks for that. You go to the app, click to my session, and rate the sessions. Number one, getting familiar with the key model. Number two, data accuracy. Number three, collaborating with administrative for the smooth processes, like talking with faculty, talking with the rep from each faculty. And number four, use the reporting to track the output, okay? So, if you can, okay. So how can I show the result of the poll? Oh, okay. Okay, thanks for the team. Yes. Oh, it's coming. Interesting. Oh, I like the number two, 50%, 41, 52, 41. Okay, it seems like number two, data accuracy. It is something that you all think that's the most. No, number three, collaborating with administrative for the smooth processes. That's wonderful. Thank you so much. I can see that the number two and number three is the most important. So I'll, please screen capture it for me so I will remember. Thank you so much. So this is the view of what I have been experiencing so far. So I started working at the university as we look at the IP and innovations. Over time, when we try to invest in IP and innovations in my university, we have to scout a lot, okay? That's like about 6 years ago. So we look at the research output as an IP. It's hard to find because there's no system that collects those kind of data. So we found struggle, and then I set up the UIC, the University Industry Collaborations. At the time, we have industry come to university to ask for, hey, what you can help us with this expertise, blah, blah, blah. So it's hard to find as well. So what we do at the time is we have to do survey, we have to do interview, we do a lot of Excel sheet, exchange email, right? So we do researchers' expertise as a service. So it's hard at the time. But now, when I move to the role that I oversee more towards research and research policy, so we found peer at the time. Right? Once we found peer, we know that peer look at the research, and that is the upstream, right? The upstream, which once we can capture the research and also the research output, which is expertise and IP, which are the downstream process. So with this, you can see the full picture of, hey, this is the times that, okay, you can star over here. That's the happy status that, hey, now we know the research, we know the expertise, and now we know the IP, which can translate into startups or any company. Right. So by having peer as a tool, we work with university, which all the tool that we have, we still have to change the tool and merge the tool with the existing process to become the digital, let's say digital work process. And we also have the team, and it also need to comply with the regulations. In Thai laws, we have a lot of documents. That's why it take times and slow. So we digitalize it, but we still have to comply with the regulation. So by the help from implementation team, SME team, the CSM team, so we are starting to make that happen. Okay, so now the whole picture of this is the platform peer. In our university, we call Murex, Mahidol University Research Expert. Okay, we just branded ourselves by having peer as a back end. So by having the system, we have the holistic view of the research output. We can make international visibilities. We can connect with external people, and we can connect with internal, synergize between each faculty. And we have peer as a big metadata that can work on AI and stuff after that. Okay. So, and this kind of thing is very important since I'm also another legs of myself or is in it's called EdPACs, it's Malcolm Baldrige framework, which is internal quality management. So by having Pure, it support this framework very much. Why? Because all the quality assurance framework, it needs data, right? By having the system in place, the internal quality assurance, of our organization would increase as well because of having the systematic data management. Okay, so now I'll let Andy. So I think we have about 10 minutes left. Andy, sorry about that. So you have to go fast. Okay, your turn. This is why we need Pure. Okay.
Thanks, Dr. Wanaruk. So I'm going to talk about more boring stuff. So while we were going through and working with them, we realized that they do have three main challenges that they were facing. One is the formation of data silos across the different faculties, and that resulted a lack of effective system dedicating the external facing portal to showcase their capabilities. And as you have heard, Thailand is still a very traditional country, and the grant management process was still very, very manual. They were still working with forms and emails, which I believe some of you have encountered in the past. So there was no such way to work effectively. So that's why Pure was kind of like implemented to help resolve this. So within Mahidol University, it's estimated around 1,500 to 2,000 projects per year that is being processed by the research office. And it takes about roughly about 50 overstaff in the research office to manage the funding application process and the research project management. Okay, so you can imagine the huge task that all this team actually face each year. So with Pure, so it addressed the few key areas that we have highlighted. One is to have a dedicated external portal to showcase their capabilities. And next is to have one single source of truth for all the researchers' publications to be within Pure. And at the same time, leveraging the different content types of Pure, like press medias, prizes, which are less focused. They are all within the same system and be able to do executive reporting as well. And lastly, Mahidol University has also leveraged on the award management module to help set up customized approval workflows for their applications and projects and awards. Okay. So first, alignment of one of the key projects that Pure needs to fulfill is their university internal funding. Okay. So before we go into that, we have the second poll. So how do you encourage broader faculty engagement with Pure at your institution? So if you can help me read the session. So is the poll running? No votings? So is to have workshops and dedicated trainings for the researchers. Okay, thank you. So this is a high-level overview of how their internal funding process actually works, from funding calls to submissions and drafting of the project contracts, and lastly on the project management. And these were some of the benefits that we were able to recognize from the different users within Pure, like the researchers and the faculty reps and also the vice deans. And of course, for the research office is to create customized approval workflows and centralized funding tracking as well. Okay, so going into a more further information on the funding announcement. So as you can see, in the past, it used to take 6 to 12 days, but with Pure, we were able to bring it down to like 1 to 2 days with all the funding information opportunity posted in Pure for applications to be submitted. This was the overview process of the funding application. In the past, it used to take almost like 65 days for the entire process to work through. However, after Pure, we were able to reduce quite a significant amount of time and reduce the need for physical documents running around within the university. And lastly, funding reports were able to be drafted within a day instead of 2 weeks in the past. Next, quickly, I'll go through into the national RIMS integration that Pure works with. NARIS is their national funder system where submissions are submitted directly to the systems. And making use of the IDS service that Elsevier has, we were able to set up an integration between their systems where we retrieve their application directly into Pure and then kickstart their approval process. And subsequently, the end goal is to hope that we can leverage the API and send the approval status back to NARIS. Okay, and of course this was done within 4 months, and there was really close collaboration between the 3 teams: NARIS, the IDS service, and the Mahidol University team. So there was a lot of bugs that was kind of discovered during the implementation, and they were ironed out very quickly. And it was really these 3 teams, all thanks to them. Okay. So with this, we were able, Mahidol was able to make use of all this data and to have better decision makings on some of their reporting and some of their projects. Okay. With this, I'll pass it back.
Right. Thank you, Sandy. All right. So thanks for the help of the Elsevier team. So the next one is the project number 3 we have for, right, the collaboration enhancement. So what we had so far in the past 10 months, 9 to 10 months, we have active users from Thailand, the States, and Indonesia, Ireland, China, and Japan. So mostly United States. So we have discovered that people from outside coming to see the researcher profiles more and more over time, right? And in the past, I did 10 workshops. It is 7-day workshops. 7-day workshop, which has 10, 10 groups of workshops. So one of the workshops we call cross-field research workshop. So what we do is we bring researchers from different faculty and group them in 6 to 10, and then let them create the research project within 45 minutes, right? I used Mahidol university proposal preparation canvas. It just look like a kind of canvas, which have the essential elements in it. Like for example, IP, research output, regulatory and stuff, okay? And about 360 researcher, before they're coming to see each other, they look each other from the peer portal already. So that when they jump in within 45 minutes, they can come up with a research proposal. So why 45 minutes? It's just because of the time constraint, okay? But however, they know each other for about 7 days already, right? But this is a workshop, which is we do only for 45 minutes. And then we got a very good research proposal from there. Now, by looking at the collaborations from the partnering university, we do a pair of collaborations with this university in biomedical engineering. So what we do is we have a pool of our researcher and we have a pool of their researcher. So before their matchmaking, they will look at our profile from peer portals. So, and on the right-hand side, you can see this is the feedback from the researcher from another university. They said that the system fingerprints from peer effectively reflect faculty members' interest in quite a straightforward manner. So I'm not claiming that peer portals is the success factors, but it complement all our effort. So. Lastly, the project number 4 is strategy alignment, okay? So I'll skip this poll because we don't have much time left. I would like to say that in our strategy, we have 3 main key. The number 1 is A1, A2, and A3. So number 1, it is about research, okay? Number 2 is about education, which I will not touch on that. For the A1, so what we're trying to do in our university with the president team is we want to synergy research. We want to do synergistic and collaborations and innovations. And this is what peer support the strategy, which peer help synergize the research, help promote interdisciplinary collaborations from the profiles search and from the expertise search and also from the fingerprint and fingerprint API. And we are now doing research cluster. So I learned from last year PO conference 2023 from Manchester. They do self-clustering, which I really like to do the same way. So we are now on the process of doing research clustering, the same way that they did. Okay. So and number A3 is amplifying operations. So we use peer to increase the efficiency in research management using the award model. So we are the very first organization in the university that trying to do digital transformations, and peer is the one, a good example of that. So, and this is how our portal look, and the key takeaway that we have talked about today is we have implemented peer. Thanks for that. Our implementation involved collaborations with Elsevier team, with the faculty team. We have a phase rolls out. We have a training and testing. The benefit that we have seen that you can also see as well is the research visibility. We are better at data management and the compliance. We work with the PDPA team. We also work with the DPO and that. So the data is very compliant. So for the strategic objective, we hope to secure more funding. We hope that it can foster collaborations and enhance reputations. For the future plan, we are doing system integration with the finance team and better with the HR team. And we try to, yesterday I learned from the PolyU from Hong Kong. They're doing a very good related news features in the peer portals. So I try to do the same way as well for the UI improvement. And we like to expand the partnerships towards the data governance team. So we bring them to involve with all the data quality and governance. So that's pretty much it. And please scan and visit Mahidol University, and so that I can get a better traffic to my website. Thank you. Thank you. That's all.
Thank you very much. My first question is, can I fly directly to Thailand from Valencia Airport? Because I want to go. Any questions from you guys, please?
One question, one comment. All right. Yeah, one compliment and one question. So after 6 years of working with Pure and Pure customers and marketing teams and everything, I think that was the best explanation of how Pure relates to the collaboration process and how efficiency and benefits are generated from award management. So I don't know, I know you're a PhD and everything, but I would just like to say that your career might be in management consulting at some point. So that was awesome, thank you. You also mentioned about the integration with the national funder because there were so many grants and the status of the grants going back and forth. Was that also that was completed during the 6-month implementation as well, or that's just a future thing to be done?
Right. So perhaps Andy can answer this. So we have completed some part. Yeah.
So it was completed. We were able to extract the applications from the national funders and put it into Pure, and we created the customized approval workflow to trigger the approval process. And of course, right now, it's not a full loop yet. So the idea was to close up the loop and feedback the approval status. Yeah.
So it kind of shows you can do these projects in a short amount of time if you're really committed.
Yeah, so the next things that we like to do is we want to, instead of clicking approve at the national platform, we click on peer and then it sends the signal to the national platform. Jeremy is helping on that. Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Big round of applause for Mahidol.